Hi, I'm Bernadette Jensen, and I run Owl Creek Organics, which is a honey and jam business. I make jams sweetened with honey, and I do beeswax candles. I got interested in gardening and beekeeping, and so in 2011, I did a beekeeping workshop in Hastings, Nebraska, and from there just started buying bees. I started with 2 hives and then increased all the way to 200 hives, and now I'm down to 70, which is a number I can comfortably handle on my own. If in the future I decide to hire people, then I'll increase numbers, but that's what I can handle right now. So that's kind of how I got into it. I've always had an enthusiasm for jams. In 2015, when I started, I called my grandma and asked her, how do you make jelly? Because there was a plum tree in the corner of our field, and she said, just put them in a pan and just don't quite cover them with water and boil the juice out and then go from there. And so, yeah, I just really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed that there was only just a few ingredients in homemade jams. So that's how I got into that. And I've always been really into clean eating, and that's also how I've gotten into like what I do. We grow plum trees on our place here. I just harvested a whole bunch of them because I planted like 25 plum trees in 2017, and they're in full production now. And I also get local chokecherries, grapes, apples, things like that. And then things that I don't grow as well are like the berries and stuff. And I do order those from a place in Washington that sources them organically. They do a really good job. I get huckleberries, raspberries, red currants, things like that, specialty berries from them. My building here was built in 2021. I designed it completely myself. Like, I knew I wanted a place for people to come to shop, and we don't have store hours, but we open the store when people want to come. We're very flexible. We are doing like festivals, events, things like that at this storefront. We had a Jam and Honey Festival on August 11th. We had like 500 people that came. It was very big. I was very shocked at the turnout, but people just loved it. They wanted the community. People stuck around for half hour to an hour, just shopping, talking to local people that, you know, they're friends with in the neighborhood, but they don't see them very often. So it was a nice way for the community to gather. The fundamental thing in my business has been honeybees, honey production. How do I keep the bees alive here? And that's why I built this back part, which is an overwintering building. The bees stay there from about late October through early March is when I'll keep them in there, depending on the winter. If we have a mild winter, I might take them out in February. The thing that's cool about honey is like, it is seasonal in that like I pulled the honey boxes off the hives, and then I'll extract it and it goes into jars, and that's fresh honey. But honey stays good forever. So it's like that part is really nice about honey. As far as jams, like seasonal jams would be like my plum jam. Like that comes in just like once a year, you know, when you harvest the plums. That's a seasonal one. So is grape jelly, like grapes come in. Chokecherry, that's very seasonal. Cherry jam. A lot of the other ones I can get the fruit year round, so that's not as seasonal, but anything that we produce is gonna be seasonal, like the plum jelly. I think what I enjoy the most about what I do is it's so sustainable. And I'm trying to get into fruit production as well. I have tried to grow fruit. It's just that certain things don't grow here as well, and I like to make those jams like raspberry or gooseberry jelly. And I've gotten, I actually did plant some gooseberry plants this year, so we'll see if they survive. And I did have raspberries at one time, but they did not make it over the years, kind of. So, but the trees, like the fruit trees, like plum, apple, cherry, those 3 do the best where we are. It's a lot of trial and error with even planting stuff. We are located between Belle Fourche and Newell on Arpan Road. So if you come from Belle, you'll go left on Arpan Road after Ormond Dam. You go about 5 miles, you'll see Sagebrush Road on the right. You turn right, and you just go down that road until you see a big red and white building, and that's us. You can call anytime to shop. Like if you want to shop for honey, or if you just want to pick up some jam for someone that's coming to town. I have a website, it's owlcreeknaturalproducts.com, and you can visit that to shop online or see a little bit about my story, how I got started. My phone number, is 605-569-1051, and that's online as well as my email address, which is owlcreekorganics@gmail.com. We sell our products at Staple and Spice in Rapid City, Lynn's Dakota Mart in Sturgis, Lueders in Belle Fourche, and Lueders in Spearfish. I sell at farmers markets in the summer. People are becoming more and more health conscious. They want to know what they're eating, what is in what they're eating, and I have very few ingredients in my products. And they're not made with sugar, they're made with honey.